Have you ever caught yourself endlessly scrolling through YouTube Shorts or TikToks and suddenly thought, wait, how on earth did this 20-second clip just get 50 million views? Well, today, we're taking all the guesswork totally out of the equation. In this explainer, we are going to completely reverse engineer exactly why viral short-form content succeeds. We're doing this by breaking down an absolutely incredible case study where one creator systematically cracked the code 3.4 million. Let that number just sink in for a second. That is the staggering number of views a brand new, completely unknown channel gained in just 30 days. And they scooped up 37,000 subscribers along the way, too. But here's what's truly fascinating about this. It was achieved using a purely systematic, step-by-step approach. Seriously, zero luck involved. It was just pure data and execution. So here's our roadmap for today. We're going to deconstruct this exact experiment step by step. We'll cover the 30-day viral experiment itself, the absolute importance of niche selection, the actual anatomy of viral shorts, decoding the YouTube algorithm, how to overcome upload roadblocks, and finally, the hard results of those 30 days. All right, jumping right into part one, the 30-day viral experiment. The whole premise of this experiment was incredibly bold. Our creator basically studied an animation channel that was pulling in about $5,000 a month and just decided to adapt their exact style. The creator literally said, I am copying that exact style of content to get the same results. See, in this case study, virality isn't treated as some happy accident or a stroke of luck. It's a highly targeted formula. The logic is simple. If a specific format has already proven it can hold human attention, you can extract those underlying mechanics and replicate them. That takes us to part two, the importance of niche selection. Now, the channel our creator was studying, they made Minecraft animations. And if you know anything about YouTube, you know that is an intensely saturated space entirely dominated by massive, established creators. So the creator made a brilliant pivot. They took the proven viral structures from that crowded Minecraft world and applied them to football, or soccer for our American viewers. Football has this massive, ravenous global audience, right? But there was a severe lack of high-quality animation competitors. It's just strategic market positioning at its absolute finest. Before diving in, they needed to validate this pivot, so they did a really rigorous competitor analysis. And the findings were super interesting. Basically, there were only 3 channels doing animated football shorts. One was essentially a ghost town, completely inactive. Another one was uploading way too frequently, just spamming the feed with really low-quality content. And the third? Well, they were uploading weekly with great quality, making them the only real competition out there. So, this proper competitive research proved there was a massive void in the market. There was plenty of room to just swoop in and dominate. Moving on to part 3, the anatomy of viral shorts. So what is the actual secret sauce? What makes short videos addictive enough to capture tens of millions of views? Our creator looked at an 80 million view Minecraft short and systematically broke it down into 4 core ingredients. First, the hook, to grab attention in those crucial first 3 seconds. Second, the editing, keeping visual stimulation super high. Third, the pacing, to completely eliminate any dead space. And finally, the payoff, providing a satisfying conclusion. They took these exact mechanics and just wrapped them right up in a football theme. But underneath all those mechanics, it all boils down to one absolutely critical concept, a retention-based story. We're talking about videos that are sometimes literally 26 seconds long. But even in 26 seconds, structuring a narrative arc, like characters competing, failing, and then one finally getting revenge at the very end, that is the key to high watch time. The story creates an open loop in the viewer's brain, and they just have to see it closed. That's the real reason why short forms succeed. Which perfectly tees up part 4, decoding the YouTube algorithm. You have to understand that the life cycle of an uploaded short is an incredibly stressful, emotional roller coaster. In the first 24 hours, YouTube gives it this initial test push just to see how people react. Then almost inevitably, it hits a flatline period for a few days where views completely, utterly stall. Now, for most creators, this feels like failure, game over. But it's actually not. It's just the algorithm processing all that data, trying to find exactly which audience segment engages best. If your metrics are solid, that flatline is eventually followed by an exponential breakout. We're talking sometimes hitting 10,000 views an hour. To survive that flatline without losing your mind, you have to watch your hourly candles. These are the hour-by-hour view metrics that show you exactly what the algorithm is doing behind the scenes. Are you flatlining? Are you breaking out? Monitoring these candles dictates exactly when it's safe to actually upload your next short. Seriously, if your candles are going straight up, you do not upload anything new. Why? Because you'll just distract the algorithm. All right, part 5, overcoming upload roadblocks. So picture this. It's day 16 of the experiment. A highly anticipated short goes live, and it completely flatlines at a devastating 121 views. Panic definitely could have set in here, but the creator approached it logically. Why did it fail? Well, they diagnosed 3 exact mechanical reasons. 1, a potential AI censorship flag from the way a character's waist was drawn. 2, copyrighted background sound effects triggering a hidden shadow ban. And 3, YouTube was simply too busy prioritizing the creator's older viral short. The takeaway here, algorithmic roadblocks are usually just mechanical issues. You can troubleshoot them and you can fix them. So they deleted the short, fixed the audio and the animation, and then they just waited. And this brilliantly illustrates the absolute biggest lesson of the entire 30 days. Give your shorts time to breathe. Rushing new uploads while an older short is still exploding actively hurts your channel's overall performance. You essentially end up cannibalizing your own traffic because the algorithm splits its focus between your videos. In this game, patience is quite literally profitable. Finally, let's look at part 6, results of the 30 days. After successfully navigating niches and troubleshooting algorithms, let's look at the hard data from this methodical 1-month challenge. 3.4 million total views. 37,000 new subscribers, a top short sitting at 1.7 million views all by itself. And maybe the most important part, they successfully reached the first stage of YouTube monetization from absolute zero. Sure, they missed their initial financial goal of making $5,000 in that very first month, but they undeniably built a highly monetizable, thriving channel from scratch in just 30 days. The formula absolutely worked. I really love this closing philosophy from the creator. They said, "You are not throwing ideas against a wall until they stick. When viral content creation is done right, it is a precise, methodical process. It's about deeply understanding human psychology through pacing and storytelling, and then marrying that with an understanding of machine logic, like monitoring those hourly candles and timing your uploads. It is not, and never should be, a guessing game that just relies on blind luck." So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a question to really chew on. What proven formula can you adapt for your own niche? Whether you're a content creator or a marketer, start looking at what is already successfully holding human attention out there. Don't copy the topic, copy the underlying mechanics. Bring those proven structures into a wide open market, give your work the time it needs to breathe, and just watch those results multiply. Until next time, keep analyzing and keep learning.